Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to view our presentation. My name is Rachel Brooks-Pannell. I've been an English professor at Columbus State Community College for 15 years, but just transitioned into the position of Assistant Dean of Arts and Humanities.
Thank you for being with us. My name is Adam McKee, and I am the chairperson of the Department of English at Columbus State Community College, where I just transferred from faculty into administration. Before I begin our presentation on You Matter, supporting our community through reading, writing, and more success strategies, I wanted to explain the image on this first slide, which was inspiration for the title of our OER. The image is of graffiti written by a faculty member on the wall of an elevator being renovated in the campus building where our English department is located. During the renovation, the elevator walls were covered with cardboard to protect the new finish underneath. The blank slate of the cardboard became a temporary space for faculty, students, and staff to leave funny, sad, and inspirational messages to each other. We noticed this message while riding the elevator one day and knew we had to incorporate it into our work. Back in 2019, the Columbus State Community College English Department decided to decrease the textbook costs for students taking Composition 1 and 2 at our institution by eliminating the requirement for them to purchase a reader that provided traditional text to assist our students with learning about college-level reading and writing. New and old audio and visual recordings, summaries, and suggestions for utilizing them were added to a public-facing repository titled the Composition Reading Bank, linked here with a QR code, and ended up saving our students around $200,000 per semester in book costs. However, our students still had to purchase a published writing handbook for both courses. Unfortunately, faculty did not want to take on the task of recreating it at this time. In early 2023, our department decided to eliminate textbook costs entirely with the creation of an OER that would replace the published writing handbook still being utilized. Rachel and I volunteered to create the OER, so during the 2023-24 academic year, we began reviewing dozens of OERs and writing resources for ideas. We evaluated 25 separate texts and resource databases for three main purposes: assessing what was out there for the teaching of writing, identifying which OERs we would adopt and remix, as well as finding functional and accessible elements that could resonate with our diverse student body. Ultimately, our preferred OERs were primarily chosen for having a friendly and inclusive voice for students, including chapters that we knew our English colleagues would be looking for, and providing transparent support for developing the skills to navigate the social, the academic, the occupational, the mental, and the emotional aspects of being successful in college and beyond. We were inspired by the accessibility and community-centered approach of the OER titled English Composition: Connect, Collaborate, and Communicate, which began every chapter with a student story and highlighted the unique culture of Hawaii. We were also excited to show our students that they truly mattered by embracing the holistic approach of Dave Dillon's modern blueprint for college and career success by focusing on academic goals while addressing personal challenges in addition to promoting physical, emotional, social, intellectual, and purposeful growth.
The title of our OER is You Matter, Supporting Our Community Through Reading, Writing, and More Success Strategies, which includes 14 chapters. Because research has shown that students are more successful and contribute more to the communal aspect of education when they feel they belong, we begin You Matter with intentionality about community building from Chapter 1. Titled You Belong, Chapter 1 begins with a crash course video on preparing for college and a welcome message from Adam and I, as the authors, wishing our students luck, perseverance, the confidence to stand up for themselves, and success on their journey to becoming lifelong learners, all of which are supported in the overall text. To continue the theme of belonging and community, Chapter 1 then transitions into a welcome to Central Ohio with information about its history, its growing diverse population, along with local social and cultural attractions available for our students to learn from, make friends, network, relax, and feel at home. Columbus State attracts students of different backgrounds, life experiences, and nationalities, representing more than 130 countries. Starting or returning to college can be scary enough, but what about moving to a new place? Feeling a sense of belonging should also come from the community surrounding the institution, as this is where our students live and work. So we wanted to introduce a variety of places and events that might interest our students and expand their sense of community. Chapter 1 then ends with a welcome to Columbus State Community College itself through looking at some of its history, how we support our students, steps for building their academic community and creating a supportive study environment, as well as ways to celebrate, socialize, and feel at home on our campuses. While much of this information can be found on our college website, in our OER it is centralized for when our students are past the "do I want to attend this college" phase and onto the "now that I am here to learn, what else is there" phase. We even include activities encouraging students to brainstorm how they can contribute to upholding the community values we hold at the college, to explore our campuses between and or after classes, as well as to attend a local or campus event and meet someone new.
Chapters 2 through 6 of UMatter strive to encourage and boost the confidence of our learners by being more mindful and transparent about what it takes to be a successful college student, beyond just going to class and doing their homework. Our chapter on academic skills explains terms we often take for granted that our students know the meaning of, such as syllabus, office hours, attendance, and presence, as well as discusses the importance of communicating with instructors and how to do so via email, acquiring letters of recommendation for internships, scholarships, and college transfers, along with preventing electronic devices from quietly stealing time. However, our chapter on social development, motivation, and growth mindset, power versus soft skills, as well as health and wellness, explore topics thought of as more non-academic unless addressed as part of a related field of study. Chapter 2 on social development talks about the benefits of healthy relationships, how to build those relationships while in college, the culture and expectations of college that differ from either high school or what they might have seen in media, approaches to working in groups, communication and listening techniques, as well as how to debate fairly. Chapter 4 on motivation and growth mindset explains Maslow's hierarchy of needs and self-determination theory, asks students to examine whether their goals tend to be performance-based or learning-based, and ultimately encourages students to practice improving their ability to learn through a variety of activities for application. Our 5th chapter turns soft skills into power skills by helping students understand that learning is a lifelong process that consists of many stages and skills being done over and over again, both in college and career. So many of the abilities our students need for success are listed here on this slide, but are often not actively taught in school, at least not at the college level. In this chapter, we break down how to practice these skills and turn them into habit. And because quite a few of these skills were being taught over in our business area, we incorporated one of their OERs into ours and encouraged students to take classes with their department. Chapter 6 urges students to understand the mind and body connection by considering their health and wellness while in college, both on and off campus. Many of us are struggling with social anxiety, depression, stress, and neurodivergence-related challenges, but cannot always find the time, the resources, and or the finances for said resources to learn to take care of ourselves mentally and physically. Rather than sugarcoating these struggles or pretending that they can be separated from college life, we felt it was important to bring them into the community conversation, to provide ways of coping and ways of changing, while also showing compassion. Chapters 7 through 14 of UMatter primarily fulfills the purpose of the writing handbook we were requiring our students to take, adding in an introduction to our English department at Columbus State and the variety of classes we have to offer, a detailed walkthrough of our standard syllabi, guidelines for assignments and rubrics, an exhibit of the services we provide for pre-college and college level reading and writing at Columbus State, as well as a showcase of our department's many ongoing initiatives.
In the English department's move away from composition textbook costs entirely, our faculty have been given more academic freedom to select which sources to utilize for the instruction of writing and reading. Adam and I did not want UMatter to be required for them, as some had already found other free resources to supplement their teaching. However, we strive to encourage their usage of the OER by inviting them to contribute to its creation. Some of our colleagues wrote sections of chapters, some had created literature OERs which are promoted in the text, and all were given access to each chapter to provide feedback and edit suggestions. We saw this as a way to build community amongst our colleagues, something we never could have done with a published textbook. Though not required, UMatter has, however, been incorporated into every departmentally developed course shell for Composition 1 and 2, which part-time and College Credit Plus instructors are required to initially utilize until they develop their own curriculum. We are also encouraging an introduction to the text even before students start taking college-level courses by having UMatter embedded in our high school English curriculum. Third Space English is a high school level composition course co-developed by collaborating faculty from local high schools and Columbus State to address the profound equity gap students face in having access to college. In Third Space, UMatter is used to boost the confidence of students who do not see themselves as college potential by providing them with the unwritten rules of college preparation and the soft skills needed to succeed. High school students who pass this course are given direct access to college-level composition and open-door access to most other college courses at Columbus State. One of the most unexpected and exciting adoptions of UMatter was by Columbus State student ambassadors. Upon the release of the book in August 2025, our student ambassadors created a U-series of workshops in order to establish a support system for new and returning students at Columbus State. Enacting their belief that the job of student leaders is to provide a face for the student resources of a college, the ambassadors selected portions of the text to teach their peers. Workshops on topics like Healthy You, Resilient You, and Wellness You took a deeper dive into each topic by incorporating related personal student stories, additional resources for the students to adopt, paired or group activities, and practical applications specifically to the lives of Columbus State students. The ability to adapt and add to a text in real time is one of the many benefits of creating an OER. Given the changes in employment and our college's investment in programs that lead to jobs in growing fields such as healthcare, advanced manufacturing, IT, and construction trades, we are currently working on a 15th chapter of UMatter on career exploration and development. Listed here are some of the tentative sections for the chapter, but the overall goal will be to expose our readers to a plethora of careers, especially ones our college can help them access, provide guidance on making an informed decision about what direction to take with employment, include resources that can assist them with this endeavor, and even some discussion about AI in the workforce. Provided here is a QR code for our OER, UMatter, supporting our community through reading, writing, and more success strategies. We hope that this presentation has inspired you to take a look at our book for utilization or adaptation. Though it is written primarily with our Central Ohio community in mind, UMatter can easily be adapted for other areas of Ohio and beyond. We truly believe our OER is not just a writing handbook for our English department. It is a book for everyone, invested in the lifelong learning and success of students. Thank you again for viewing our presentation, and please know that we welcome questions as well as feedback on our work.